Hello and welcome back to another video with me, GDUBMX. Today we're just going to take a look at a video that was posted a couple of days ago from a YouTube channel called Team VVV. They usually post videos about racing simulators, car games, bike games, all sorts of primarily driving stuff. But this video of Monster Energy Supercross, the video game, popped up and it really got me buzzing. Just the sheer amount of stuff that they were showing that was getting me all hyped up about it, although I don't want to get the hype train going too high because I know I'll be disappointed. But let's just take a look at what was on the video. Yeah, customization, that is the biggest draw, the biggest thing that I noticed out of the video. Like, it was crazy. I love the way the rider was sat, the way they did that whole menu system, and the way you can go through, and like the handlebar colour, bar pads, all that stuff. I know it's all cosmetics, but I love all that sort of depth, and I think it adds to a game. Also the number fonts, they really look like they've listened, hopefully, and they've actually fixed the number fonts, because in all their other titles they are the worst, like Microsoft Word style fonts they use, which is just so whack, and you will never see them on anyone's bike. And if I did see someone at my local track riding around on the bike with them numbers, I would probably let their tyres down. Yeah, so that's cool. Also, the track editor looks sick. The bird's eye view that you can use and the 3D view. Honestly, I know there's going to be some awesome tracks coming with this, not because we can get the 2018 tracks, 2019 tracks, and who knows if Milestone, like I said in a previous video, if Milestone can pull this off and actually nail it down properly, sort the physics out properly, they're going to be onto a winner, like a huge franchise. In my opinion, it will just take over. For us, it would be like the FIFAs for the football guys or the soccer guys if you live across the pond. So yeah, hopefully they can nail that part down and this will snowball into a franchise. But as for this video, the customization track editor looks sick. I will have to touch on the physics though, because they still, in my opinion, look somewhat to be desired. I noticed there was a few parts of the video, I think it was Vegas from 2017, they had that back, right at the back where they go outside the stadium, they had a tabletop. It was almost like a kicker table. Anyway, if you're seeing the video, the guy comes up to it and boots off it, and the amount of air and the amount of distance he goes is crazy. Way too unrealistic for my opinion. And I do notice that in a lot of their jumps, they just overshoot the jumps, massively overshoot the jumps. And to me, Supercross is skill. It's not just hold it wide open and clear everything. If any of you out there have played MX Simulator, even some of the custom built reflex tracks, the track creators knew that there would be some skill involved and you couldn't just keep over jumping everything. So there doesn't really seem to be that aspect of skill involved like those other games I mentioned. So hopefully they do recognise that and pull that back a bit and make it so you know, we need momentum to get on top of a table, hop off, all the rest of it. You know what comes with Supercross, the finesse and the technique. Yeah, so anyway, check out the video. I'll stop banging on about it now. See for yourself. Any likes, comments, subscribe, just whack it on down there. You know what to do. Please spam it all out everywhere. Crazy forums, weirdo forums, bestiality forums, motocross forums. Alright, maybe not the bestiality, that's a bit strange, but yeah, you get the drift. Huge thanks to all of you for your support for 2017 and for this year. Apologies, my last video there was comments and likes disabled. There was obvious reasons, because there was going to be some hate back from that video, but surprisingly it was relatively positive from what I can read on my analytics. I'm not going to go into details about that, we'll come at that another stage. But yeah, big thanks to you all. Keep supporting and doing what you're doing. I want to give a huge thanks to CBM Racing for their help and for pushing my channel. You know, big up to you guys for doing that. And a huge thanks to EKS brand goggles as well. Rich over there has really helped me out, and he's stuck behind me with this, so without you guys this wouldn't be possible. So thanks for watching, see you in my next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
I'm Michele Caletti, R&D programmer from Milestone, and I'll talk to you briefly about Supercross, the game. First of all, it's the official Supercross AMA video game, so it's been missing from the market for a long time, and it's the first time you'll be able to play with an official licensed Supercross title. It's featuring the whole pack of riders, the whole trucks you see in the real championship, and it's adding some really interesting features like full rider and bike customization. You can create a custom avatar with your own suit, helmet, goggles, boots and whatever, and you also can customize the bikes with both performance and aesthetic parts, so you can do a lot to create your own avatar. And there are also some parts that can be unlocked only by fame, so you're going to gather fame points and you're going to get some special and cool parts like butt patches or special liveries that you can only acquire with your skills instead of the in-game currency. So that's one of the parts where you can really express yourself. And the other one is the track editor. Besides all the official tracks, you can also create your own tracks. There's an expansive editor where you can create parts with modular blocks, and you can save them locally and upload them online. So this means you'll be able to play with your friends with these custom tracks, or play on your own against the AIs. So that's one of those features that can make a game with extra longevity and extra fun. But even sticking to the official part of the game, there's a cool career mode that will bring you from the 250, we have both the East and West championships, up to the 450 main category. And outside of this, you can compete in online, you can have quick races or championships. So there's a lot to do in this new Supercross game. The visuals have been upgraded since the last time we've seen a similar game that was somehow MX GP3. It's slicker, it's faster and more optimized on all the platforms. And there's a new physics system implemented, so you'll feel the handling more natural, you'll feel more in contact with the terrain and with your bike. And you can also be riding with the first-person views, like the helmet or the normal first-person view in the game. So it's aimed to those who love Supercross, both if you have never played such a game before, but also if you are an hardcore fan, because the level of simulation, removing all the helps like the automatic gear shift or the automatic braking, can be quite challenging. So that's a game that it's aimed to Supercross fans, but generally speaking to dirt bike fans. Monster Energy AMA Supercross, the official video game, is out on February the 13th on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC and Nintendo Switch.
So thanks to Michele for his time there, just giving us a quick guide through the world of Supercross, Monster Energy Supercross. Certainly I think first impressions were that it was just going to be MXGP3, but with using the same tools and just building stadiums. I think we thought it was going to be not much more than that. First impressions were very impressive. I mean, graphically it's moved forward again, as we expect it would on the one hand, but on the other hand it really does look very special, in fact spectacular. The GoPro cameras, which you'll have seen popped in here and there from the replays, were amazing, and you could be easily forgive them for being TV coverage. So in terms of graphics, outstanding. This is as good as a Supercross game has ever looked. Handling, I didn't really have time to go through all the different handling options during this preview. We're going to look at that more in the review and see how that's moved forward. But generally very playable, very intuitive as well. There's always developments being made in terms of the fluidity of the bike and getting it just right, so you can put the bike where you want to. And in that sense, they've really refined and learned a lot from MX GP3 as well. But I think what's impressive about this package that really surprised me was the amount of customization. They've expanded a lot in terms of customization since producing Ride a few years ago, but this is on another level. I mean, everything that is available to the riders, from the suits to the bike parts to the colouring, is available here. And I went through, it was an absolutely exhaustive selection of materials and changes you can make to your bikes, and everything is in there, the riders, the tracks, everything. Really impressive in terms of it being a full Supercross experience. Outstanding in terms of the package. Now obviously I haven't had a chance to see what it's like online. Online will be a key feature in this game, and of course another key feature is going to be the track editor. And again, outstanding, really impressed. I put a bit of time into it. It's the sort of thing that you can put days, weeks, months into, because you're going to be learning about what connections, bumps connect to other bumps and so on, especially with the corners, to make sure that a track is challenging but it flows. It's easy to make a challenging course with 1,000 bumps, but it's difficult to make a track where the jumps connect and everything flows, and you really need a rhythm to it. And I found myself loving it. You had the sort of overhead view and you had a 3D view, and then I'd ride the course, see what it was like, go back to the menu, change it, and then you can share those tracks online as well. So very impressive. I really look forward to seeing how that turns out, seeing what the community can produce in terms of some of the tracks that are available, and how that vision expands in the future as well. Certainly a very impressive track editor there, but overall for me it was about seeing the game as it is so far in this state. Not far to go till launch now. They really are working on sort of final elements, if you like, bringing it all together and fine-tuning and bug testing and making sure it's a solid product. And in that sense I was left very impressed. The Supercross surprised me in a number of areas, but above all I found it a fun game to play. And it'll be interesting to see how people take to it of all skill levels. I can say that I found it quite challenging in terms of actually winning races, unless you actually really go for it in turn one, where you can overtake some of the field. Actually working your way up can be quite challenging. The other bikers are quite competitive as well. So very impressed with Supercross. That's it for now on this gameplay. We're going to have more gameplay to come on the Team VV Games channel as well. Do subscribe to that and you'll see some content on there as well as on here. And also we've got a gravel preview to follow in due course as well. I don't know exactly when, but you'll see it on the channel very soon. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.